On days like today, I am really missing the dark sky app. As you saw outside, it is pretty cloudy and it's actually also pretty wet out there. I could actually see people walking around in umbrellas and their hoods up, and yet when I was looking at the Apple weather app, it told me that it wasn't going to rain, it was just going to be cloudy, but there. Even now it says there's 0 inches of precipitation. And this was like a use case that I always look to dark sky for, where it is raining outside and I want to know when it's going to let up and when I could go outside and I won't get soaked. And yeah, it just really makes me miss the dark sky app, and I'm kind of really mad that Apple bought it and then proceeded to shut it down without actually taking in all of the benefits of that app into their own native weather app. It feels like all of the stuff that I had in dark sky is completely absent from Apple's weather app. So pretty annoyed that they not only bought the app, but they didn't take any of the good stuff from it and adapt it into their own app. It seems almost anti-competitive, and yeah, in days like today, the stuff like that just kind of really annoys me, and I just wanted to share that. So towards the end of the day, I do play a lot of video games, and I have been playing this game a lot lately, which is Tetris 99, which is the online version of Tetris here on the Nintendo Switch. And I've been even more so interested in it because of the new Tetris movie that just came out that Jess and I recently watched. And yeah, I've been kind of playing this for a while after I finish a day of work just to kind of just unwind. And it is pretty fun. It's one of those games that's easy to play but hard to master, and I definitely haven't mastered it lately. I think I recently won my first Tetris Maximus, which is coming first in the 99 players in one of these online games. I only did that recently, like last weekend. I do have a screenshot of that. And I have been trying to learn the strategy of this game by watching and spectating some of the other players in the team battles, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around how you win this thing. But yeah, nonetheless, this is the video game that I have been playing a lot lately, and just still trying to get better at it. So I don't know how many of you know this, but Muji has a book, and when Jess and I found out about this, we looked it up online because we're like, oh, that looks like a really cool coffee table book that we should get. And we found out that it is like over $100 used online. In some places it's like selling for over $200. But as an advertisement for going to your library, we actually got this book from the library, and we got to see what was inside of it. And it kind of just tells the history of Muji with a couple pieces and advertisements that they had throughout the years. And yeah, after having it for maybe like a month now, renting it out from the library, realized that maybe it's not worth over $100, but at least we got to look at it and read through it and see what it was about. Really hot day in New York today. We are walking over to the library, finally returning these books. Finally finished this book, and it was really, really good. As I mentioned in a couple vlogs ago, I was reading this book, and this is the first book in a series of like 4, and there are some connections between the first and the third book, and I think it's like a pretty good experience reading it in the order that I read it. But yeah, finished with this now, and I'm going to be reading a new book, but we're just returning these to the library now. So I was watching this YouTube video recently from Colin and Samir where they're talking with author Austin Kleon about theft and where you draw the line between being inspired by something or plagiarizing and stealing something. And I thought the most interesting thing they talked about there was this elevator test of if you ended up getting on an elevator with somebody that your work was inspired by, would they either pat you on the back or punch you in the face? And basically that's how you know whether or not you're either disingenuously stealing from them, or you're inspired from them. So I just thought that that was like a very interesting bit from that YouTube video. For some reason, a lot of people here in Long Island City have something against bubble tea places, but we kind of like it. We're trying out this place, iMilky, right now. We like the bubble tea.
The bubble tea.
We don't care what these Long Island City residents think about bubble tea.
Weather app.
So we decided to have a date night tonight, so we are in Sunnyside today, walking over to Bajeko, which is a restaurant that recently had a fire, but they just recently reopened, so we're gonna go back and try them again.
Yeah, they have the best momos in all of Queens.
So we got the goat sekuwa and just got bone soup. Some drinks. Got Taj Mahal. Just got like a mocktail. Let's eat this up. It's things like Rice Krispies. I had to get those momos. Got some goat momo and chicken momos. What do you think?
So good.
Alright, so if you ever come here, you should order goat everything. So, guy recommended that we get the goat sekuwa instead of the chicken sekuwa because it's better and did not disappoint. It was really flavorful, really delicious, and got the chicken momos and then also the goat momos. And the goat momos is just really, really good. So, highly recommend if you come here, just order goat everything. And I'm also documenting this for myself because I feel like we said that last time we were here and we strayed from the goat.